Hello and welcome. Today we have a special presentation. Today's presentation is Know Your Worth, a message about your assets and liabilities, aka net worth. And it's presented by me. My name is Brian. Thank you for being here and participating. Let's just go over our topics. Our first topic will be what are assets and what are liabilities. After that, we'll go to how to calculate net worth, our net worth roadmap, and lastly, our conclusion. So to start off, we will go over what are assets. Assets are possessions that produce income. They can range from physical to non-physical items, such as real estate or intellectual property. An example of a non-physical asset would be software, in which you are paid every month for people using your software, like if you made an app. And a physical asset would be something like real estate, if you have a rental property that you rent out for a monthly rental fee. Income produced by these assets are usually repeated, and they come on a regular basis, either monthly, quarterly, annually. And also as well, these assets do increase in value through appreciation, and they can be sold when you are done with them, and that also will be generating income for you and contributing to your net worth. All right, next we will go over what are liabilities. Liabilities are the other side of the coin. These are possessions that consume income, and they are items that you may be held liable for. Basically, you are responsible for paying for them. These also have physical and non-physical forms. Some physical forms may be sports cars, vacation homes. Some non-physical forms may be monthly subscriptions, like if you have Netflix, or personal and student loans that you have to pay for monthly. One special thing about liabilities, they can be converted into assets if you are able to generate more income than they consume, such as a vacation home. One of our examples, if you're able to rent that out for more money than you are paying the mortgage for the vacation home, you could potentially convert that vacation home into an asset that makes you money on a regular monthly basis. If they ever stop making more income than they consume, then they return to being liabilities. These are things that you generally want to limit the amount that you have. You don't want too many cars. You don't want too many homes. You don't want too many subscriptions. You don't want too many loans that will cost you money, as the goal here is to increase the amount of money you make and decrease the amount of money you spend. Now, on this slide, there is a lot of information. On the left, we have a list of assets that we have given values and that we have totaled. And on the right, we have a list of liabilities that we have given values and we have also totaled for you. And this will help us construct our net worth once we're able to subtract the liabilities from the assets. And this does assume that you have a higher value of assets than you have a value of liabilities, which is generally what you want. You do not want that your liabilities are more than your assets, because that means that you are actually having a negative net worth, which is very something that you definitely want to try and avoid. So in order to calculate net worth, you need to figure out the total value of your liabilities and total value of your assets. And then once you do that, you will subtract your liabilities from your assets. Here you can see some of assets that we might typically have. Our checking account, savings account, our home value. If we have rental property, we have value there, investment accounts, and even things such as digital currency or cryptocurrency. On the other side here, on the right-hand side, we have liabilities such as home loans, student loans, car loans, and even credit card balances. So, once you have totaled up all of your assets and all of your liabilities, you will now subtract your subtract your liabilities from the assets. Here you can see our assets total a total of $288,265, and our liabilities total $270,595. once subtracted, we have a positive net worth of $17,670. Now, this is an estimated net worth, as these numbers and values do, change or fluctuate depending on market circumstances during the year, or even can change depending on if you basically have to be taxed on these things. There's many variables that can change the value of your assets and liabilities, even sometimes if your loans are forgiven or if the interest rates are reduced and things like that. So just always know that this is an estimation. It's not an exact amount of money that you would be left with if you did sell all of your assets and paid for all your liabilities. But this estimate is an example of something that is very important that will help you understand your financial health and status and help you make future financial plans to achieve your financial goals. Now, I always include a very good quote in my presentations. This quote here is, "We all have self-doubt. You don't deny it, but you also don't capitulate to it." Capitulate meaning you don't basically surrender to it. You embrace it and you work on it. And this quote came from a great basketball player by the name of Kobe Bryant, who unfortunately passed away in the earlier part of 2020. So let me know if this quote has any meaning for you and if this quote has helped you. Thank you. Now, we move to our next part, very important slide here. We have our net worth roadmap. This will basically help you understand what place your net worth plays in determining how you can make your financial goals come true. The first thing you want to do is basically understand your net worth. That is the amount of finances that you have currently and how well you're doing, how your liabilities are adding up to your assets, and generally, how healthy are you financially. Next thing you want to do is figure out how much money you spend on a regular basis. This is what we call the burn rate, how much cash you are burning. And you want to decrease this as much as possible and limit this from growing, as this will help you save more money, invest more money, and make more money. Okay, once you have done this, you want to basically determine a number or a financial status that you want in the future, that you will have financial freedom, that you'll be able to retire and not have to worry about your finances being an issue or a point of concern, as you are confidently basically set in how much you spend and how much money you have or how much money you earn for your later years. Once you have that financial freedom goal, you want to figure out exactly how you want to be once you want to achieve that goal, and that will give you the amount of time that you have to grow to that goal from now, where you're starting from, your net worth. And this is pretty much self-explanatory. It's just how much time you have between now and the age you want to be financially free. Once you have that set up, now you figure out your growth rate, how much money you have to make annually, how much money you have to save or invest to actually achieve your financial freedom goal based upon the number of years you have between now and the age you want to be when you want to achieve this goal. And once you have that, then you just do it and you grow to your financial freedom goal. So in summary, net worth is the base of being able to judge your financial health. Once you have calculated this important assessment, you'll have a better understanding of your starting point towards your financial goals. The main components of this assessment are your assets and liabilities. If properly managed and leveraged, will contribute to growing your net worth and moving you closer to financial freedom. This is not an easy goal and will require constant work and effort, but is attainable and will be deeply rewarding when achieved. So meet our team. It's just me right now. My name is Brian. I am the content developer, and I made this presentation here today. I hope you enjoyed it. This is all our social media. We have YouTube, we have Twitter, we have Instagram if you want to connect with us and be a part of our presentations. And lastly, we have a last slide of our presentation toolkit. This is a link we'll put in the notes below for you to get a template through Excel where you can input all of your assets and all of your liabilities, and it will actually calculate your net worth for you, so you don't have to do the math of subtracting and adding. You just input everything into the tables that it provides, and you can use this regularly to keep an update of your current net worth and make sure that you're on the path towards your financial goal. As always, thank you so much for participating, and hope you have a wonderful day.